So good day everyone, I'm Narisa May S. Lopez and I'm going to discuss the perspective of Carl Gilligan about moral development theory. So the first is the learning objective. Number 1, to identify who Carl Gilligan is and her contribution to moral psychology. Number 2 is to identify the main concept of ethics of care theory. Number 3 is to explain how empathy, compassion, and relationship influence moral development. Number 4 is to differentiate Gilligan's perspective from justice-based moral theories. And the last one is to appreciate the importance of caring and responsibility in moral decision making. So, who is Carol Gilligan? So, Carol Gilligan was born in 1936 of November 28. She was a psychologist and author. Her famous work was In a Different Voice, 1982. And she also known for the ethics of care theory, which is the main idea is about morality is based on care, empathy, and relationship. She challenged Lawrence Kohlberg's justice-based theory. So what is moral development? Moral development is a process by which individuals learn to distinguish right from wrong and develop moral values and make decisions that reflect their understanding of ethical behavior. It involves the growth of a person, sense of justice, fairness, and responsibility as they mature and interact with society. But in Carol Gilligan's perspective, the moral development is a process of learning to make moral decisions based on care, empathy, and relationship, rather than only on rules or justice. So, what is ethics of care? So, ang ethics of care is a moral theory that developed by Carol Gilligan na nag-emphasize na importance of care, empathy, and relationship in making moral decision. So, it focuses on understanding and responding to the needs of others with compassion and responsibility. Sa halip na mag-follow sa rules or seeking fairness, ang teoryang ito ay nag-highlight sa moralidad ay rooted in a human connection and connection and concern for others, showing that caring is not just important as justice in ethical reasoning. So, merong 3 stages si Carl Gilligan about moral development. So, the first one is the pre-conventional level, the second one is conventional level, and the last one is the post-conventional level. So, pre-conventional level is at this stage, a person focuses mainly on caring for oneself. Decisions are based on what best for their own safety or needs. The person may not understand the importance of caring for others. For example of this is a child chooses to keep all the snack for her. And because she's hungry, she doesn't want to share. No? She's thinking only on her own need. So another example is a young girl doesn't share her toys because she wants to play with them all by herself and doesn't want anyone to take them. So the second one is the conventional level. So at this stage, the person starts to realize the importance of caring for others, and moral decisions are based on relationship approval and social expectation. The focus shifts from me to others. So, for example of this is a teenager helps a friend with homework because she doesn't want her friend to fail. So, she is concerned about someone else's well-being. So, again, I'll give another example. For example of this, a student helps her classmate to carry her books because she sees that her classmate is struggling and wants to be kind and helpful. So the last one is a post-conventional level. So at this highest stage, a person learns to balance caring for self and others, and they make moral choices based on empathy, fairness, and responsibility, considering everyone's needs equally. So, for example of this is a mother takes a short break to rest even though her family needs her help. So, understanding that she must also care for herself to better care for them later. So, conclusion. So, Carl Gilligan's theory of moral development shows that true morality grows through care, empathy, and relationship. It begins with caring for oneself, then expands to caring for others, and finally reaches a balance self between the two. So, her theory reminds us that being moral is not only about following rules or seeking fairness, but also to understand others' needs and maintain compassion in our actions. So, it highlights that moral growth is about building strong and caring connection with both ourselves and the people around us. Here's the list of preferences, and that's all. Thank you for listening.